Hello everyone and welcome to a getting started tutorial on how to complete the Minecraft storytelling, Canadian Storytelling Challenge. I'm at logicsacademy.com/Canadian Storytelling. I'll say it again, logicsacademy.com/Canadian Storytelling. And this is the website. There's a quick intro video, a hype video to inform you quickly about what the project's about. And as we scroll down here, you can see it says what it is and who can participate. And this is open to teachers and students. Anyone really looking to get a story across. This could be an individual student submission, or a teacher could gather a group of students together. There are major prizes that I'll speak about in a second, but here's how you can participate in this event, this challenge. So you're going to download a Minecraft Education Edition world, and there's a little link right there that says download the world file here. You're going to find the perfect setting. Once you get into that world file that you just downloaded, it's big, I'll warn you that, but it will download. You're going to open it on your iPad or computer, and I'll show you how in a second. And you're going to find the perfect setting. You're going to build your scene using NPCs and villagers and building. You're going to tell your story. You're going to reenact your story with a voiceover. You're going to use Flipgrid. There's tutorials to help you do that, or you can use your iPad screen recording. You're going to submit your video with your first name, your school name, and your province initials, and tell us where your story takes place. So the example here would be Sarah from Parkside School in PEI, and she might say Terry Fox in Newfoundland dipping his foot in the ocean, that type of thing in the description. And then you're going to share your video stories with us on Logix Flipgrid, flipgrid.com/Logix. So the goal here is to individually or together create a story, a classic Canadian story in Minecraft, reenact that story and tell it in video format, upload the video to the Logix Flipgrid for your chance to win incredible prizes. There are lots of tutorial videos here to help teachers and students figure out how to use Flipgrid for screen recording, for instance. As I mentioned, there's $30,000 in prizes available for your school to win as part of the Schools of the Future, and teamed up with this initiative, this Logix Canadian Storytelling Initiative. So what are you waiting for? There's tons of prizes out there. Think of a great Canadian story, a classic Canadian story. If you don't have Minecraft Education Edition, that's okay, because there is a complete tutorial PDF here that'll teach you how to use Pocket Edition. It gives you the seed number for the world, teaches you how to teleport, and gives you all the teleport coordinates that you would find in the Education Edition world. You'll just be missing a lot of the bells and whistles. If you're brave and you want to try to host remotely a server as a teacher from home for kids all over the place, there are 2 documents and blogs there that'll really help. Finally, Immersive Reader. If you're a second language student, English second language student, and you need translation or reading help, if you're too young to really read what the NPCs are trying to say, this little video will show you how to use Immersive Reader built into Minecraft Education Edition. So I'm going to show you how to import a world that you've downloaded. So once the world is downloaded to your computer, I'm going to show you how to bring it in. And this is the website, and everything is there waiting for you. And let's move on to how to use this world file. But first, if you don't have Minecraft Education Edition and you want it, and you know you have login credentials for it, there is a website, education.minecraft.net. I'll say it again, education.minecraft.net. You can come to this website. This is Minecraft's official education website. And under support, you can click download and find Mac and PC downloads. The iPad edition is in the App Store. So you simply search for Minecraft Education Edition, and I believe it's a green logo for the app. These apps are free. You bring them in, you use your Office 365 logins that you have available, and you log in, and then you're in Minecraft. So that's if you didn't have Minecraft Education Edition. Go to education.minecraft.net, hit support, downloads, and here you go. There's the Mac and Windows editions, versions of the game. All right, so you've downloaded the world file, and I'll show you how to bring it in. When you get into Minecraft Education Edition, this is how your screen looks. So you'll simply hit play, and you'll come into a screen like this. This little import button that's often ignored down here, when you click on import, it will allow you to search your computer, possibly your downloads folder, to find that world file. And you simply click on that world file that you just brought in, probably titled something like Logix Canadian Storytelling or Logix Canada Storytelling, and in comes the world file. Once it's in, you go to View My Worlds, and just like my screen is going to show you here, there you go, Logix Canada Stories. You click on that and hit play. Let's go in. Now, before we begin, You have to come up with a classic Canadian story. So we're here, we're at the spawn point for the game. This is the point that all the teleporters will bring you back to when you go out and explore the situation. But before you begin, you really need to come up with that classic story. Is it the story about Terry Fox dipping his foot in the water in St. John's, Newfoundland? Is it Wayne Gretzky learning how to skate on a backyard rink and becoming the greatest hockey player of all time? It depends on what province you want to tell your story from, the angle from, and it depends on what story you want to tell. It is perfectly acceptable for a student in New Brunswick to tell a story about Nova Scotia, for instance. You do not have to tell a great Canadian story about your own province. You can tell a great Canadian story about anywhere in Canada. So what is Canadaville? This is Canadaville that we're looking at. We have two guides, one's French, the one on the right, and one's English. If we click on these, it says each house here has a guide with helpful teleports to sites that you might want to use for your storytelling. Don't forget about BiomeBot. He's got bonus sites, I guess. So if you don't find anything you like and you want maybe a peacekeeping story from the Middle East, BiomeBot has generated a peacekeeping landscape. So you can tell a great Canadian story that necessarily didn't happen in Canadian geography. There's the Logic Slipgrid link as well. And remember, Immersive Reader, anytime you need help reading or translating anything that these little guides or NPCs say, you can click on that. So before we head to the frozen pond scene, I just wanted to show you again how I get all of the things off my screen. So I go to Settings, and I go to Video, and I turn on Hide Hand, Hide Paper Doll, and Hide HUD. That's the overlays like your inventory and coordinates. So I turn those on, and you can see my screen is perfect. There's nothing in the way, nothing overlaying, and I'm ready to shoot a video. Be sure when you're moving your head around to make it nice and smooth. Let's head to Ontario and see what the NPC has for us here. So the NPC has cottage country, Ottawa it looks like, chain of lakes. Oh, there's frozen ponds. That's going to be ideal for our Wayne Gretzky story, our Wayne Gretzky origin story. So we're going to go to frozen ponds by clicking on that, and we'll teleport. Here we are. We're at a frozen pond scene in Minecraft. You can see a little town up there on the right. There's the guide. The guide's just there to bring you back home. So she's saying, got a classic hockey story to tell. Here we go. You're in the right spot. And you'd hit return to spawn or enter those coordinates there to return back with a teleport code, which I have in the help document as well. So there is a big, beautiful pond in the daytime. This is a perfect way for you to tell your Wayne Gretzky story, or for me, for instance, that's the one I chose. A big, beautiful pond next to a little town that we'll call Brantford, Ontario. Here's the little agent. I guess we can make him goalie. That's an interesting fact. Gretzky used to pay 5 cents for any kid in the neighborhood that wanted to play goalie against him. So these are the little facts you would include in your stories. I'll fly up here now and I'll show you the little town of Brantford, or the little town of anywhere, because you can make this little village or this little town anywhere you want in Canada. So there's the little village, and there's the little ice rink or the ice patch, or we can even call it a backyard rink at this point, depending on how big you want to make it. So this is where you would build your scene. You would build your scene, you would make it a little hockey rinks, you'd make the agent maybe the goalie as Gretzky's little friend, and you tell the story. That's key. You're telling the story over top of you showing and moving around Minecraft and showing off your scene. So if it's a nighttime, for instance, that you want, maybe Gretzky's on the pond at nighttime and it's snowing, what you would do is you'd simply return back to spawn. This is really quick. If you're great with Minecraft, you already know the codes to type in to make it snow and to make it nighttime. But if not, you can return back to spawn as quickly as this. Go over to the NPC, click return to spawn. Remember, in the middle of the village, just behind these people, there is a woman that changes weather. So you can click on her and choose rain or snow. And you can also change nighttime with the guy across from her. Click on him. There we go. And choose night. So now it's nighttime, and outside of Canadaville it is snowing. So we can rush back right now to the Ontario teleport. And when I go to the Ontario teleporter here, the NPC, and go back to our frozen pond, it should be snowing and it should be nighttime. Let's see how this works. My graphics card is humming pretty loud right now, so possibly the snow may fail on us. But look at that. We got a brief glimpse right there of how it should look on a functioning iPad or computer. We had the snow falling on a snowy night. This would be Wayne skating around the ice with maybe his dad Walter yelling from the town. You can make all of those NPCs happen. If you try to place an NPC and it doesn't work, use the code /WB. So just type on your keyboard /WB and it turns on World Builder, and that allows you to place NPCs. You can turn it off as well by going /WB as well. There's our snow again. So we could say here's a snowy night. Wayne's out skating around with his little agent friend that he's paid a nickel to play goalie. And Dad's yelling. You could have Walter Gretzky as an NPC up on the hill yelling for Wayne to come home. Remember not to move your camera too quickly because your eyes are the camera. So if you're telling the story, you want your eyes to move nice and slow, nice slow movements. And your voice tells the story. Tell what's happening. And act it out with your Minecraft characters as you tell that story. So once you have this set up and you're loving it and you're like, yes, this is exactly the setting I want, you've built everything you needed to build, that's when you're going to head back to the Flipgrid site. And Flipgrid has a built-in screen recorder. If you're an iPad user, you're set. Just swipe down from the top right of your screen and there should be a screen recording option. If you hold your finger on that, it allows you to turn on the mic for screen recording, and then you just film what you see, what you do, tell your story. If you're a PC or Mac user, screen recording's a little tougher, so you can actually go back here to these opening guides, go to the Logix Flipgrid. So I'm going to click and go there now. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to submit a video. So you have Minecraft running in the background. You're on this Logix Flipgrid site. You're going to go and you're going to click that plus sign. And what's going to happen is a window's going to pop up, and there should be 3 little dots at the bottom of the video screen, and one of the options under those 3 dots is screen recording, and it would allow you to record any screen you want. So I usually choose full screen, switch it back to Minecraft, and when I switch it back to Minecraft, I film my story or whatever I'm doing. So you have up to 10 minutes of filming time to film your story of Wayne Gretzky. Don't worry, you can edit it in Flipgrid later. You can cut the beginning and the end off and make sure that it's just the core story. So feel free to pause at the beginning and pause at the end and get things right. And then you'll have this Flipgrid submission, this video recorded right from in Flipgrid of Minecraft that you can submit right there. Choose your first name and your province. So maybe Kevin from Nova Scotia, and then tell us where in Canada you've chosen to tell your story. Like, is it Ontario and Wayne Gretzky? Let us know in the description what story you've chosen. So there, I'm turning it back to daytime and turning the weather back to clear, and you see how this is working. By now, I would have had a story done with Wayne Gretzky. I'd be back filming that story, and I'd pop into Flipgrid and hit share. That's the button they use, share, to finalize your screen capturing. And I hope you find success with that. If you're on iPad, remember it's a lot easier. Just swipe down from the top right corner and hit the record button. Make sure to hold the button in if you want the volume to be on, your microphone to be on while you're talking over your video. So this is Canadaville. This is how you actually get involved and tell your Canadian story using Minecraft Education Edition. I hope this has helped. I hope this has made sense. And this was a guide, getting started guide or a tutorial just to help you through some of the little weird things that are going to pop up here for you in this experience. So good luck, go after those prizes, tell a great story about Canada, and I can't wait to see, we all can't wait to see these story submissions.